Hey, good morning.
Good morning. I'm actually awake this morning. Jasmin already knows it's been such a great morning.
I know, I'm almost wondering, like, who are you?
This
Who is
is
this?
what it's like when yesterday morning I got yelled at and hung up on by someone, and then I think the universe felt bad for me after yesterday morning, so they're granting me a really great morning today.
Okay,
So
well,
this is
that's
what
good.
I'm like in the morning.
Love the optimism. Well, everybody, welcome to 1 Million Cups Dallas, the virtual version. Hope you're having a great week so far. My name is Jasmin Brands. I'm one of the co-organizers for the Dallas chapter. Jessica, that would be you.
Oh, sorry. As soon as I said it was going well, I'm just staring off smiling. Hello, I'm Jessica Vittorio. I am also a co-organizer for the 1 Million Cups chapter in Dallas, Texas, and we are super excited to be here with y'all this morning. We had some lovely companies scheduled to present, but as happens in the startup community, sometimes if you've attended our in-person events, you see that this happens occasionally as well. We have a founder MIA right now. So if you are our founder scheduled to present and you happen to be in the audience, we would love to bring you up. So just type a little comment in the chat. But these things happen. And so we at least wanted to come together with y'all as it is on our schedule. And we never want y'all to feel like we say we're going to be here and we're not here. So we wanted to connect with y'all, give you a little bit of updated information about our chapter and some things that we're excited about coming up in the future, and just our normal rundown of what 1 Million Cups is. So if this is your first time here, you've never been to 1 Million Cups or been to 1 Million Cups Dallas specifically, a little bit of background information about what we do. 1 Million Cups is an educational initiative of the Kauffman Foundation. And what that means is we have two primary purposes at 1 Million Cups. We are here to provide education to the startup and entrepreneurial community and help in networking. And we do that and achieve both of those goals in a variety of ways. The first way is that we normally have between 1 to 2, sometimes 3 companies presenting to y'all, and that's a way for us to share about exciting things that are going on in our community, what other founders and entrepreneurs are doing, and also help give those founders and entrepreneurs feedback and assist them with resources that may exist in the community. And in addition to that, we also have a community spotlight normally, and our community spotlight is a chance for us to highlight resources or infrastructure that may exist in the community that you may not be aware of. There's so much stuff that the Dallas and Texas communities are growing so quickly right now. And so there's a million and one things going on. I would say Jasmin and I are both pretty well connected in the startup community. I still can't keep up with everything that's going on. Someone always seems to be doing something that I'm not aware of. Like our last community spotlight from the city of Dallas, she was amazing. She gave so much great information about grant programs that they're doing and funding opportunities and all sorts of stuff. So our community spotlight is a chance to help y'all network in the community a little bit more. And then when we're in person, normally we have a networking component. So we hang out and drink some coffee and eat some donuts normally with each other. Right now, virtually, we're facilitating that networking component in our comments. So whether you're watching this live or you're watching a recorded video of it after, make sure that you're engaging in the comments and messaging us or tagging your friends that may also be interested in 1 Million Cups, because we are looking forward to growing our community both while we're still virtual and for what may come in the future. So Jasmin, do you want to talk about the future? What is the future of 1 Million Cups Dallas?
And Jessica, I think you are up today, but your camera is not. It is.
My phone isn't even near my laptop. I said it. It's on the other side of the room, which is a big sacrifice for me.
Okay, because it keeps you like it goes like where it's no face at all. So it's Jessica's voice but no face. So just I know.
Sometimes I think it's me.
Okay. Well, while she's paused, we are kind of in an interesting phase for in-person events. You know, the goal, of course, is to go in person, but I think also, you know, we're just in a new time where most organizations are probably going to start to adopt a hybrid approach because we're still in the middle of the pandemic and not sure what the future holds. So We do have some exciting news coming up. We cannot share it just yet that impacts some future partnerships, but also our future in-person event. And we'll probably share that another month or so, maybe when the details come out. So we're excited about that. We are looking to start building out our organizing team. I think with COVID happened, it's been hard to just kind of stay connected. But as we start to ramp up to where we'll go back to weekly events, which hopefully we'll start that in April. We'll start doing these weekly. We also are going to start ramping up to our in-person event as well. So we would love to start building out our organizing team. I'm sure you guys love to hear from Jessica and I all the time.
When Jessica's video is working.
Yeah, but this is a community organization. It's not about us. We want others to be involved. We want your input. We want you to, if you'd like to get on and host, if you have ideas on possible event concepts we should do, when we do in person, if you want to get involved that way, we're going to start working and building on that now. So feel free to send us a DM if you follow us on Instagram, or if you're on Facebook, you can send us a message that way. We're also on LinkedIn too. So if you're interested in getting involved now virtually, or when we get back in person, we are starting to talk about that stuff now. So we'd love to hear back from you. So I'm excited about that. I like the fact that we see things, we can see the light ahead of the tunnel, Jessica, like for in person. But I do know that there's probably going to be some that won't go back to in person. Like they like the fact that we have this. So I think it's just about everyone figuring out a way to do both, if you will.
Of course. Yeah. And we've always video recorded our sessions for the most part. So that's not something new to 1 Million Cups Dallas. That is something that we've always done. So never feel, even once we go back in person, like if you can't make an in-person session, you're just missing out on the experience. Of course, we love to see your smiling faces on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m., but we can't always make it Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. So if you miss us, you can normally find our recorded sessions. And if you are, watching this recorded and you just want to go on a 1 Million Cups binge, you can find our previously recorded sessions on YouTube. You can find them on our social channels. So feel free to do a deep dive and look at some of our previous amazing presenters and events and sessions that we've had prior to our totally virtual 1 Million Cups Dallas, because we have had some good stuff in the past.
And I would say too, like if you are an entrepreneur or founder, like if you think about just being in the Dallas Metroplex, there aren't a lot of opportunities. Now there are other 1 Million Cups chapters, I think, and I don't know how many we're up to now, where you get a chance to go out and pitch your idea or get feedback or just connect with other founders. But 1 Million Cups Dallas, I believe, is the oldest chapter here.
It is. Yeah, we have been around 8 years. So we are like a full grown, what grade is an 8-year-old child in? It's not fifth. It's too old for kindergarten.
Second grade? No. Second grade.
Jasmin and I were not the right people to ask these questions to. I know nothing about children.
Well,
you could show me a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, and I'd probably be like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I think, but
we have like a mid-range elementary school kid on our hands.
Yes,
here.
That's exactly right. Yes. But like, I think, as the community starts to get back to a new normal or whatever, knowing that you have a resource, we are still here. And if you are a founder and you're looking for an opportunity just to get out and talk to the community, whether that's virtual or in person, you have the 1 Million Cups platform. Come on, pitch your idea. If you're trying to get some feedback, 1 Million Cups is a great opportunity for that. And I think like one of the things that I hope to do, and I hope that I know Jessica and other people really passionate about the community, is getting more people involved who are not necessarily part of the startup community, but definitely should be part of it. Just, I don't know if they know about it or maybe don't consider themselves to be a startup, but the startup community is much bigger than I think we think.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And don't feel like you have to be in technology or you have to be seeking venture capital money or investment or any of these things. The Dallas community is amazing because of every business owner that exists within it and every entrepreneur, whether you're in the ideation phase, you've exited a company, you're on the venture capital track and growing something emerging technology based, or you're in a non-technology industry like salons or restaurants, or all of these things make up the entrepreneurial ecosystem as a whole. And I think sometimes we forget, because we get so focused on technology as a community, that there are all these other amazing creative entrepreneurs and non-tech entrepreneurs, and we value all founders of all sorts here at 1 Million Cups Dallas. So if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur in DFW, 1 Million Cups is right for you. Hard stop, end of conversation, nothing else after that.
Exactly. And I believe, what's the best way for founders if they are looking to present?
Yeah, if you go to 1millioncups.com and you go to the Dallas chapter community page, you can find the application to present. If you're also on the 1millioncups.com website generally, and you just click apply on the 1 Million Cups site, you can pick the Dallas community as your application community as you scroll down. Just be mindful that if you've applied to another community in DFW or in Texas, that application does not automatically get sent to us. So if you applied to Frisco, for example, we're not going to have that application unless you specifically directed it to be provided to 1 Million Cups Dallas. So if you want to present here, you need to explicitly apply here, and we would love to have you.
So can you apply to multiple chapters to speak at the same time, or is it separate applications in order to present?
So I believe they let you basically duplicate your application. So you do have to submit individual applications. If I remember correctly, I have not been on the application portal in a while. But either it'll let you checkbox multiple application sites, or you can duplicate the application. So you shouldn't be recreating your application every single time. It should save to your 1 Million Cups account.
Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. So yeah, definitely we're looking for new founders, existing founders. If you've presented at 1 Million Cups and it's been, I think, maybe 6 months, Jessica, is probably a good time. If you want to come back, maybe there's been some updates, especially with the pandemic. I think things.
Yeah, has anything been happening in your business? What's been going on? The world's very calm and stable. No, just like potential presenters.
I know. Well, I feel like people, I think yesterday was a year anniversary of being in COVID, or being in, when the quarantine started. And so I just be curious too, like people's companies, so many people have had to pivot over this last year, and some have had to completely change course and not even be in the same industry as well. And some unfortunately have gone out of business, but are looking to hopefully start something new. So it's been a challenging year, but it's also been very cool to see so much innovation happening here locally too.
The best thing about entrepreneurs, and the thing that I love the most about the entrepreneurial community, is the ability to pivot. Entrepreneurs and the entrepreneurial spirit are very difficult to keep down for too long. And so even in the midst of so much chaos and so much change and hardship, entrepreneurs really do rise above it and find opportunity in those moments when it feels like there may not be any opportunity anywhere. So we're so excited for that. Jasmin, you've started something new in the past couple of days, or weeks, months, probably, on the background.
2 years.
In the past couple of days. She pulled together in the past couple of days. Jasmin's going to throw her computer across the... Okay, so I've had coffee, but I haven't had that much coffee.
Okay,
I would like to say. Let's talk about for a second your show.
Yeah.
It happens on Mondays now.
Yeah, so
I didn't know I was going to do this, but
no, at all. So of course I'm completely unprepared. But
it's really important because she got a new haircut and it's looking really fancy.
Thank you, but it wasn't for the show. It was purely for vanity reasons.
People don't need to know that. You can say it's for the show. New show, new you.
Okay, new you. Yes, new year. Yeah. So I've been working for the last 2 years on a platform for Texas women. But you know what? Honestly, it's longer than I thought, just because of COVID. So just having to pivot too. It's called Her Texas, and I've talked about it a lot. And I've actually started to host events and was starting to move it forward. And then COVID happened, and I also had to make some pivots too. What I thought I was building was actually different than what it is now. So I'm actually kind of grateful for this piece of the pandemic, because I was just moving too fast in usual Jasmin style, just like in a very like, I got to get this out.
Yeah.
And with COVID, I realized what I was building was good, but it was actually we needed something bigger for women. So it will launch in May, which I'm excited about. Officially launch in May, and so it's a platform hopefully that will connect Texas women in a more a cohesive way. I think because of the size of the state, it's really hard to collaborate with other women, and I think we really need our own ecosystem. And doesn't mean it's Her Texas for anyone that wants to advance women forward. Just when you build something, when a woman builds something for another woman, it's different. And so I think we need something that's built by women for women. And so I started hosting a show called Built in Texas, which is basically business. Thanks.
It's so good.
And it's just 30 minutes, and it's just introducing people to different women around the state. There's just so much stuff happening, to your point, Jessica, earlier. And we know here with 1 Million Cups Dallas, but like, just think about 1 Million Cups in Austin. Like, they've got so much stuff. And we really don't have any kind of a platform that lets you know what's happening. And so every Monday, I'm just introducing you to really cool women. Jessica, of course, I have to get you on there, who are doing stuff around the state.
Who doesn't want this lovely face on their show?
Yeah, so it's just women who are building stuff here. So I'm excited about it.
Amazing. I love it. Texas has such a strong
let's say welcome to Jonathan, by the way. He's new.
Hi, Jonathan. Welcome to Dallas. Did you come from another place in Texas and you're just new to Dallas, or are you new to Texas in total? We'd love to know in the comments. We're happy you're here. And Lilia tagged Maria.
Yeah, Maria, what's up, girl? Come on.
Yeah, come on. We are waiting for your application. If you tag someone in our comments, we're going to call them out publicly.
Yeah, literally, Maria, I'm going to start stalking you today. You didn't know that's what 1 Million Cups does, did you? Just kidding, Lily. I hope we didn't scare her away.
We mean that casually.
Yeah.
This is like that first Bumble date that you go on and they're just like too much and you're like, I don't think so.
It's too much,
yeah. We're like that. That's pretty much our vibe here at 1 Million Cups Dallas.
Yeah. So Jessica, tell us about, I'm going to put you on the spot now. Tell us about your book with the very interesting name and title.
I wrote a book. It's called How Not to F It Up. It's about, it's legal basics for founders. So really starting at level 0 and working up to build your vocabulary and familiarity with all of the legal stuff that goes into running a business. And it was super fun. I get to do a lot of cool things with it. If you're on Clubhouse, I have a Clubhouse club. Jasmin hates it when I mention Clubhouse.
I don't hate it.
She's not sold on it.
Yeah, I just trying to figure out how to have time for it.
See, here's the thing. Jasmin.
Wait, Jonathan's from Lubbock.
From Lubbock.
Yes.
Oh, hi. Welcome. The last time I was in Lubbock, I think I was 15 years old. And
it was like 4 years ago.
It was me and Jasmin. Do you know Elroy Johnson? He's a filmmaker.
The name sounds familiar. Yeah,
he's a filmmaker in Oak Cliff.
I do know. I've worked with him on a couple projects.
Yeah. So EJ and I went to high school together. We were partners on a small business management team for Business Professionals of America, which was a competition-based organization. So that was the last time I was in Lubbock. Shout out to Lubbock. EJ and I did not win. And we just had a conversation about this the other day. We'd like to appeal that decision retroactively 10 years later.
Jonathan, pretend you didn't hear any of that. I don't know how that even moves anything forward for you. Just so, Jessica, I don't know what that little nerd.
Here's the thing. When I have coffee, then Jasmin says I'm not staying on topic. But when I have no coffee, she's like, Jessica, you're not being engaging. So I feel like
it's just like black or white or hot or cold.
Yeah, I can't. There's no medium. There's no mid-speed here. Maria has a woman-owned, sustainably made dresses. I love dresses.
Most people do.
Not everyone loves dresses. True, I love dresses.
Okay.
This is great. Does she have a website you can put in the comments? Because I'd like to go check these dresses out.
But I think that's like a perfect example of the fact, like, even if you aren't presenting, and Lilia did a fantastic job just recently, presented with her company, D Diaries, which she's putting Denton, Texas on the map, and did a fantastic job.
Yes, you did a wonderful job.
Even if you're not ready to present or you already presented, but if you know someone, like literally, this is a really just an open platform for all industries. It's an opportunity for people just to get out there and get in front of people because it's so important. Sometimes as you're an entrepreneur, you can be by yourself. You're not really getting a second pair of eyes or ears on your presentation, especially right now where we're not getting out to meet people. So it's so important to get feedback because, you know, one little tweak on your presentation or your pitch or your deck could make a huge difference for you, especially if you're deciding to, if you're seeking investment, or if you're just looking for partners in the community or looking to just get an advisor. Like certain things you need to have in your presentation. So it's good to get some feedback.
100%. And also just getting involved in the community, I think, is so important because entrepreneurship can be a really lonely experience if you let it be. And having a community of people, even if they're not in your exact industry, to be able to talk about things and talk about, you know, the roller coasters of being an entrepreneur, whether that's good or bad, I think can really help push you through those tough days. And I've been so grateful over the years for the community that I found in Dallas and throughout Texas and helping me get through those difficult moments when it was kind of like, you know, you hit a hard day and you're like, I'm just done. It would be so much easier to go and work for someone else and do something else. And it's good to have those people.
I had that yesterday, Jessica.
I feel like I have that moment like once a day.
Literally, like I was like, this would be so much easier. But if you think about it, everybody has challenges too. I think like our definition of what community is too. So I'm definitely more introverted, which no one ever believes. And I actually like the ability to pick my own kind of community. Like sometimes I do want to socialize and connect, and sometimes I just want to tune in. And so whereas other people need lots of like in-person contact, and those are the people I always think about because they haven't been able to have any of that. So I think the fact that we are going to be coming in person or coming back in person, which when you left, Jessica, I did not reveal anything. I just said coming soon to tell people.
You didn't reveal anything? I thought I missed the big reveal.
No, I just said that it's coming. We'll be making an announcement about all that soon.
Oh, so we're not announcing.
I just said that we will be coming back in person, but you know, probably a hybrid too, and it will be something we'll let people know pretty soon.
Jasmin plays her cards much closer to her chest than I do.
I feel like we need to do like some glitter or a little bit more, you know, like jazz hands or something about
I have the secret keeping capabilities of like a toddler. Like I'm the person I buy someone a gift and then I have to give it to them like that day because I can't keep it.
Oh, so you're dying.
I buy it, I like want you to know and I want you to have it.
Well, you know, I play my card, especially with the pandemic, just because today we are officially open for anyone who's been under a rock. That Texas is officially open today.
We are officially open today.
Yeah,
I'm getting my vaccine today. We're officially open.
Yes. So you don't know what'll happen, right? So I think it's just as most organizations have been doing, we're just taking it day by day and seeing what happens, but knowing that there's some light at the end of the tunnel for sure.
I'm also realizing in retrospect that my comment that we're open may be political, and that's not what I meant.
You saw my face.
Sometimes I forget what's political and what's not, and then I'm like, oh, cool, we're open, and then I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, I know. That's why my face, I gave you like what I call a church face. I just stared at you. I didn't really say much with it.
You should see how the people at my church look at me on a regular basis.
I'm sure. Like you're the wild and crazy person, I'm sure, in that church.
I'm like the one young single female that everyone is like, what is she even doing here?
And Jessica's super woke too. You add that in on top of that too.
Well, I'm Methodist, so I'm like probably the least woke of anyone in my congregation.
That's true. That's true. So I guess if you are interested in getting involved, do anything else you want to share, Jessica? Since this is kind of our little coming in and saying hey this week.
Yeah, get involved. Super exciting, whether that's as a presenter, as a potential team member, or even if you're just sharing our content on social media, that is you being involved, and we love that. Make sure you mark our next session on your calendar because we are still doing every other week at this point.
That's the 24th.
So, yes, we have some exciting presenters lined up that we're excited to share with you. And just remember, Clubhouse is a great platform, and you should definitely check it out. Even if Jasmin isn't sold on it. It was lovely to see all of you.
Wait, what?
Be on the lookout for a large announcement about what 1 million cups will be up to in the next couple of months. Coming soon, because Jasmin has more self-control than I do.
I will in this instance, and I would say Jonathan or Lily or anyone that's tuned in and watching, if you watch this later, if you are interested in being part of our team, that could be all sorts of things. It could be you hosting, you could be a co-host, you could be the person that's reaching out to the founders of startups, you could be the idea. I mean, there's so many ways for you to get involved. So I would say if you're new to town or new to Dallas or wanting to get more involved in the startup community, 1 million cups, because we're part of a bigger family of chapters, that it's a perfect opportunity if you want to get involved. So just send us a DM on Facebook or send us a message on Instagram if you'd like to get involved.
Awesome. Thank y'all for tuning in with us this morning. We know it was a little different than our normal setup. But we just like our entrepreneurs do, we adjust to the situations that are presented to us. So it's always good to be here.
Jessica, they're probably out there hustling, trying to.
I know they're out there like just killing the entrepreneurial.
They're like, Jasmin, Jessica will be here.
We're sitting over here like waiting at home for them to call us. And it's just,
that's it.
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
We'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here. We have I have nothing else going on.
Well, yeah.
Jasmin's been working on something for a few days, but it's fine.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope to see you all on March 24th. We have a really cool lineup planned for that. And maybe by then, Jessica, we'll be able to reveal some of the exciting news we have and some cool stuff that's happening for our chapter and for in-person events. Maybe then we can be able to tell us.
If not, my head will explode live on camera. So you're either going to see my head explode live on camera or we're going to reveal something super exciting.
Okay, let's just go ahead and say we will reveal it on March 24th because we need you here, Jessica. We can't have you do
build up the suspense. Could go either way.
Cool. Thank you all for popping in and saying hi with us, and we'll see you on the 24th.
Good morning, everyone. Have a